Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you for being here today, the 6th of July of 2021. I do hope that you all had a wonderful Independence Day, 4th of July. Happy birthday to the USA and many happy returns. Obviously, we know that when someone's having their birthday, this is blessings coming in, okay, as the sun transits its birth position. So what's going on with the moon moving through Gemini, everyone? It's very much of a chattery day. Expect lots of communication, especially the next few days, as we're having Jupiter trining over to Mercury. Okay, Jupiter in Pisces, obviously. In about 6 days, Jupiter at 1 degree of Pisces in retrograde motion, trining over to Mercury that's just ingressed into Cancer. This is more emotional. This is more heartfelt. And why do I say heartfelt? I mean, Cancer is ruled by the moon. And the moon is deep. It's emotional. It's motherly. It's homely. It's sensitive. So beautiful, beautiful energies. Remember that Mercury is the left brain. It's the logic. Jupiter would be the higher mind, is the higher octave. Okay, it's ethereal, it's expressive, it's open, it's expansive. So expect beautiful energies coming through in the next few days. This is already preparing. Anyway, there's a lot more going on in the astrology, everyone, but because Mercury is starting to pick up pace now, and I want to say happy birthday. Happy birthday, everyone who is celebrating their birthday today. As I was saying, the moon is in Gemini, and it's coming up to meet up with the North Node. This could be fated. Something fated will be communicated openly, I would say. Maybe something that was quite hidden or kept within. Or maybe even this is an understanding. We're making logic out of madness. Seeing some logic here. Okay, there's a lot more going on, as I said, in the astrology. If I get a bit of time, and I'd love to get you an astro update. I am doing today the new moon in Cancer for those of you that are on Patreon. So look out for that. 6th of July, dear Spirit, 2021. What's going on? What are the energies? Tuesday, or whenever you receive this message. Thank you, Spirit. What's going on? 6th of July is the 6th of the 7th. The World card. The Chariot, which is a theme recently. The Chariot is always showing up. This is absolutely beautiful. I love the Chariot. It's Cancerian energy. We've got 3 major arcana cards, everyone. We've got a success. This is a huge success. We've got the ending of a major karmic cycle, a completion point, finishing something, rounding something off. Remember that Venus is in the womb here. And this is the 4 fixed signs. Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. Remember, the fixed cross is what's under pressure at this time. Something's got to give. Something's got to rebound and change. And I feel that's what it is with a Chariot. This is the ability to take control of one's life, where there's been, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm looking this way and I'm looking that way, which is also very Gemini, North Node, right? I'm deciding to move forward, okay? Maybe a change of residence, maybe a change of country, even with the Chariot, which is Cancer, and we've got the World card, and we've got travel, short distance as well as long distance for others of you. The Ace, we've got an Ace that's just around the corner, the Magician. This is celestial help. This is a reflection of the sky. What is going on up there is reflecting in our own personal, small lives. Okay, but also remember that the Magician can also speak to where there's been trickery. Okay, we're getting to the bottom of things. Okay, the Magician has got the power to make the magic, to be very logical, left brain, very cerebral is the Magician. But remember, the Magician, yes, it is Gemini, but it's also Virgo. We've looked into the details. We've read between the lines. Okay, and this is the ability to move forward. 3 major arcana mean that this could be also a longer message, so a longer period of time, seeing it on another dimension. And remember that major arcanas are spirit. It's not something that we have got a say in. Whether we like it or not, this is playing out. Okay, so we've got 21-3, and that this is 11, everyone. It adds up to an 11. What's hidden? 6 of Swords. So moving over water, leaving conflict, leaving the troubles, the conflict, the challenges, and moving on. This can be a literal movement, of course. Someone is going to stand in their ability to stand strong on their own. They're taking the power. I feel they're taking power, and they know their abilities. They can stand strong on their own and feel abundant at the same time. And we've got the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups, which I usually see as a reoccurring theme. It does speak to home, family. Okay, and the 4 of Cups could say that someone's not going back. Someone is moving forward and not going back. Now, with someone becoming single or knowing their self-sufficiency and their value, an offer comes through. Okay, let's see what the Karma Dharma is, please, Spirit. This is what we don't know, right? This is what we do not know. So we've got Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, and Virgo. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Virgo would be more prominent here with the 9 of Pentacles. And we've got the Hierophant, everyone. Taurus. Teach. So obviously there's been a lesson that someone's been learning. This could be relating to, yes, any sort of lessons that someone's acquired. We know that the Hierophant is someone that's very mature, someone that's very spiritual, very traditional, very religious. This is someone's higher understanding, I would say, of what is really of value. What is it that they really love? Remember that Uranus, which rules Aquarius, is transiting through the sign of Taurus. And Uranus can speak to a revolution where there's been no change, where there's been no value, where there's been no love. Something needs to change and will be changing. We've got the letter, and the letter can speak to contracts, news. This is Mercury in Gemini, exactly what I've been talking about. There could be news coming through, an email, a conversation, any information, any expression of something here. Let's see. 6th of July. And we've got a burden here. We've got the cross. Also, the cross can speak to, yes, it's a heaviness. It's like the 10 of Wands. someone's duties or convictions or suffering. Something will be communicated here, or where there's been intolerance and the inability to move forward, someone will be, I believe, ending a situation here. This is what's communicated. Yeah. And we've got someone getting grounded, obviously, but also there is a sense of stability here. When someone, because remember, these could be contracts, and this could speak to a heavy burden within a marriage, okay, and someone's gotten very grounded. They've had, maybe they've even grown spiritually from these lessons. Okay, remember that the cross is a shadow side. It's Black Moon Lilith. It's not easy, but it also does speak to faith. Okay, let's take another card, and we've got the compass. So someone's searching for their way within their life, or looking towards their north node, moving towards what their heart desires. We do have the sun here, and this could be speaking to, obviously, the time as the sun will be transiting through Leo. Okay, someone's looking for their way. They feel a little bit lost in where they are, and that could be what is communicated. We've got the 6 here, and the clouds. There is news coming through. Something is clearing, some form of confusion, because there's changes. Remember, 5s always speak of change, an imbalance. And remember that the 6 also does talk to the Lover's card, number 6, right? Gemini again, a choice, or someone's learned their lesson, or they've been studying something and now they're becoming the teacher in their own life, in any situation whatsoever. And we've got a 9, 18, 26, 26, and another 6 here is 42, 48. That equals a 12, which does add up to a 3 again. And 3 does speak to expansion. It is the Empress. But yeah, we've got a few 6s here today, and 6 does speak to justice. I mean, 6 means harmony, balance. Let's see what the wisdom of the Oracle has today. Wow, we've got 2 cards that flipped open, and they're in the reverse. No, one is in the reverse. Okay, we have serendipity that's in the reverse, which someone feels very unlucky. Maybe we're in the situation they've been in, or they're hoping for their luck to change. I would say more than likely. Come to the edge is someone that's wanting to take a leap of faith. It's very much like the Fool card. Okay, someone is fearing not being lucky wherever they're moving to, but for me, a reverse card means that will show up in the future. The card will come upright. So we've got a 9 and another 9. That's 18. Again, it equals a 9. The Hermit. We have been speaking about the Hermit a lot, the Virgo energy. Hermit is one step before that Wheel of Fortune, right? So, yeah, cardinal fire, as well as, remember that 18 is, again, it's the moon, and the moon does speak to our emotional security, our foundation, where we're residing, anything to do with fears as well. Someone is fearing that the leap of faith that they're going to take is not going to put them in a good place, but I feel totally the opposite. I think that it's time for changes. It's time for, it's time to take a risk. It's time to move forward. If you've been in an unhappy situation, it's time for change. Now, this is we've got the bouquet, Jupiter and Sagittarius, beautiful. It's a number 9. It does speak to an offer. It speaks to happiness. It speaks to romance as well. And we've got another ace here. We've got the rider here, which can speak to travel. Again, communication, speedy messages coming through, a lot of energy. Someone maybe is wanting to move towards a new connection here, but they're worried. They're worried here with the clouds. The clouds just do speak to a lot of fears, right? A lot of lack of clarity, okay? Confusion, uncertainty, insecurities as well as anything to do with doubts and hidden information. But I do see with the birds here that something is coming through. There will be news, and the news I feel with the sun behind the birds is very positive. Let's take a black, what am I saying? Yeah, black moon astrology cards. Black moon astrology cards, and we've got a few cards that fell out. We have 11th house and friends. The 11th house is also the house of Aquarius. We've got Black Moon, Lilith, and mystery. So a certain mystery concerning someone's wishes, their dreams, communication, social media, a friendship. We've got Cancer, and I feel you need to feel into the energy, and we've got Neptune and sacrifice. So we've got a fair bit of water, but we've got fears here. I do feel with the Aquarius, the 11th house, right? Aquarius is very futuristic. It's also having that ethereal or, that higher vision, that intelligence, that higher mind is Uranus. So a lot of water, a lot of lack of clarity as well. Okay, with Neptune, lack of clarity, just like with the clouds here, concerning a home. Okay, Black Moon, Lilith, and mystery, a lot of darkness, a lot of fears. I feel that a lot of fears are coming up. We are seeing, I feel that you could be dealing with someone that is in their shadow side. They're bringing out the worst, their worst character ever with the Black Moon, Lilith, and mystery. And it's interesting that we've got Neptune and mystery, the mystery card, which does speak to a lot of, could be deception as well. Some of you could be finding out information from friends as well with the 11th house. So we've got Cancer. Cancer is where the sun is moving through. Neptune, remember, is Pisces. And do you remember how I was talking about Mercury and Jupiter connecting? Mercury from Cancer and Jupiter from Neptune. Expect information to come through in the next few days concerning anything dark, anything that you were fearing, anything that you didn't have the information on, any communication that had not come through. Remember, the 11th house is all about social media. The mystery will be resolved, I feel, in the next few days. Now, we've got a 35, which equals an 8, a 12, that's 11, 12, and 7 is 19. So again, 19 is the card of Leo. Now, we've got Mars and Venus, very close. Venus is chasing Mars right now, but they're going to conjoin in the next, on the 13th, they'll be exact. But then she will jump over Mars and continue her journey. So she's sort of like chasing Mars. So it's the divine feminine, I would say more than likely, that's looking for the information. They're going to conjoin and meet. And I feel there'll be heartfelt conversations. There'll be a lot of mystery that'll be unraveled as well. Let's see what's going on. 6 of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Something will be communicated that will get the ball rolling, that will take you away from any sort of conflict. Remember, Page of Pentacles can be a student, a child, but also a messenger, where someone's been holding back on something. 4 of Pentacles is my Taurus card. Has there been value here? Because we've got 5 Pentacles, and 5 Pentacles mean there's been a sense of lack and concerning a divine union, a soulmate connection. Someone's been holding back, so much so, and maybe because of fear of a third party here, or someone was just in another commitment. That's what I see here. Let's see what's going on. We've got the Page of Swords and Gemini. So communication, another messenger, or someone is spying on another person, okay, through social media. Remember, pages always speak to fresh energies. Page of Swords is Gemini, so someone's been looking at two sides of a matter, maybe trying to make a decision, of course, because something has died for them with the Scorpio card, the Death card, and it does concern an Emperor here. Okay, so the Emperor is Aries, Taurus for me, everyone. Could it be an Emperor that is in a relationship, in a marriage? Now they're going to communicate that they are single and happy. They've gone through a major transformation in their life. The Death card is Scorpio, right? It also does speak to money through other means, through partnership, through other sources. But also the Scorpio card does speak to also mysticism, secrecy, skeletons coming out in the closet. Maybe this Emperor has been holding back on what their fears are, or fearing a certain major change in their life. Remember, the Emperor is someone that usually has a lot that they're dealing with. They're a person who could hold, they have their own business, could be a father figure. Let's see what's going on here. This is in the now, everyone. We've got the Four of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, something relating to work, or someone's going to work very hard on making an offer, or bringing an offer forward, or just working hard on their stability, on their home. We've got the Two of Wands, which does speak to a choice, but it's also in the Morgan Greer Tarot. We've got two different people here, and one person is not showing up, which speaks to me. What that says to me is that there is secrecy here, but also could be a connection that's at a distance, right? A certain connection or meeting in the near future. Someone's working hard on making something happen here. We've got two people that are they're holding what they desire. The Ace of Wands is what they're wanting to create, what they desire. And I would say two people have got the same desire, the same line of hopes for the future in whatever they're creating, whether it's romantic or business. And we've got the Page of Wands. So we've got 3 pages, a lot of fresh energy. Page of Wands is very similar to the Fool card, right? So it's someone that's wanting to take a leap of faith. And we do have come to the edge here, remember? So it's interesting. Aries energy here. We've got Aries, we've got Virgo. So obviously this is a soulmate connection which someone's been holding on forever, and we've got the Emperor looking straight at those Two of Cups in the past. And the Emperor is a number 4. We've got another 4 here. So the Emperor, yes, can be limiting energy as well, sort of a blockage to do with the past because of someone's responsibilities here. I want to take one more card beneath that. We've got the King of Cups, everyone. King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Okay. And we've got the Eight of Swords beneath the Emperor here. This could be a choice between 2 different divine masculine figures that someone's making. This could, for some of you, this could even be a same-sex connection, relationship. But again, on the other side, we've got, remember that the Emperor is someone that takes charge. Okay, there's that Aries energy. He's the warrior. And in the now, because King of Cups would be someone that's more recessive, right? Someone that stands back, someone that feels deeply, but they're holding back on their emotions. And now we've got the Emperor, someone that's going to take charge, someone that is dependable. Okay, someone maybe also, I'm going to say, could be a father that's got a child here. But if there's been an imbalance, remember this Six of Swords comes after the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords could speak to a love triangle or too many people in a situation. There's been a lot of fear or imprisoning energies concerning the Emperor. This could have been a perception that is maybe now dying. Okay, because the Page of Swords, remember, is Gemini, and this Emperor could be following their North Node, following the North Node, which is making a decision, having learned the lesson. Right? Someone's running with their heart. Remember, Cancer and I feel. Neptune is sacrifice. Someone sacrificed a lot. Someone sacrificed a lot. And I'm going to say also the 11th house, because it's the 11th house. If we're looking at the chart now, at the astrology, we've got Saturn there. Saturn is there, and Jupiter is in the 12th house, which is going to go back into this house of Aquarius to finish anything that was left undone, unfinished, right? And, you know, it's interesting that I just noticed this card here. It looks like there is an embrace here. I've never noticed this in this deck. There's another figure here, and they've got their heads together, which to me speaks of a very, very close connection. It could be an intimate connection as well as a friendship here, strong friendship. Now, as I was saying, Jupiter is retrograding back into Aquarius. So it's going to go into the 11th house, and Saturn is there. This is where Jupiter will fix things, because Jupiter is in retrograde motion. So he's going back to look over the past or things that haven't been completed. Okay, remember that the 11th house is the natural house of Aquarius, and Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and by Uranus. And, you know, Uranus moving through the sign of Taurus is squaring over to Saturn. So something is going on there in the 11th house. Something needs to change. Remember, Saturn, which is transiting through the 11th, is anything to do with the old order or limitations or karma, right? And Uranus, which is the new in Taurus, is going to bring new things. Even though Uranus is not strong, it is dueling over Saturn and Uranus. They're at it, and Jupiter's going to go in and bring the blessings, bring the positivity into the house of Aquarius. And I'm going to say for a lot of you, because with, you know, what's going on in the near future, we're going to have 2 full moons in the sign of Aquarius. So something is going to be ending in that area. And I feel it's got a lot to do with karma, restrictions and limitations, because Jupiter is going to bring in the blessings and expand on anything Aquarian, right? And Aquarius can also speak to an ethereal connection, a divine connection, especially with Jupiter being there. And remember that Saturn can also prove to speak to something long-term, something that we needed to stand in integrity, do things in the correct way to have the results of Saturn. Okay, so I feel that a lot is going to play out, a lot is going to happen. All right, someone could be coming through and speaking from the heart, speaking through sensitive conversation. Remember, Jupiter and Mercury, both in water signs. We've got those cards right here. So let's see what's beneath. Let's take a peek beneath these Major Arcana cards. Here is the conversation. Here is the magic that will be happening. Here is the change. There is travel. There is forward momentum. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles, everyone. So the Ace of Pentacles is the potential for something long-term. Something that... and we've got 2 marriage cards here, I'm going to say. Okay, so there could be an ending of a marriage and the potential for a long-term new connection. Whether it's a marriage or not, I don't know. This could also speak to someone's manifestation, right? We know the Ace of Pentacles is something based in reality. It's real, it's physical and tangible and long-term. We've got the King of Wands. So King of Wands is someone that's ready to take the action, someone that's ready to lead. They're moving towards what they desire. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And we've got the Four of Swords. Someone is coming out of a wounding, a heartbreak. Someone's seen the light. They've taken that time out. They've connected. They've disconnected from the past. They've healed. Remember that the Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords, which could speak to a heartbreak, a disappointment, of course. All right, let's take 3 Sibilas. This can take a little bit of time for some of you. Remember, we've got the Four of Swords in the near future position. Swords are quick energy, so it shouldn't be months. It should be, for some of you, this could be days. 4 days ahead. What's today? The 6th. So maybe around the 10th of July, you could have good news coming through. 8, 11, 12, 19. 19. We said the Black Moon astrology cards do add up to a 19, which is the heart, right? It's Leo. But it also adds up to a 10, which again is an ace. Someone could be ending a situation, moving to a new home, overcoming any obstacles to do with the past. And the sun moving through Cancer, remember, it's cardinal water. It's all about emotionally taking the action to move forward. Okay, where there's been no emotional happiness. We've got the mensajero, good messages, good news coming through from a distance. We've got Amika, the Four of Wands, which can speak to 1111, or concerning something stable, a marriage. This is someone's confidant, someone's best friend. It's interesting with 11th house and friendships. This is a card of harmony and balance, justice. For some of you, this could also speak to someone is being sent information about wanting to separate. So someone's been sent legal papers, you know. That's what this could be as well for some of you, all right? So let's see. Someone's not going to like the news, obviously, because they're looking towards some form of justice or a separation. And we've got the merchant, which can speak to contracts or someone thinking very much about any contracts, any news, anything to do with their livelihood. Again, this is very similar to the King of Wands. This is a business owner. This is someone that's just looking at very closely at some news concerning legal matters. This could also be a contract in business for some of you. And we've got consolante sorpresa, which means this is like Uranus in Taurus for me. Something wonderful comes in unexpectedly, out of the blue. This is the Six of Wands. We go from the Four of Wands to the Six of Wands. 6 and 4 of Wands, that's 10 Wands. It's like this burden here with a cross. Yeah, so someone's got the ability to get comfortable, to feel prosperous. Okay, because, and this, I'm going to say the Merchant is very similar to the Emperor for me. Very, very similar indeed. So the decision that's coming through, the news that's coming through is going to bring you balance, harmony in you. Maybe you've felt that this is a possibility, but you haven't seen it yet. And that's what could be coming through. The proof of it, the proof is in the pudding, I feel I need to tell you here. 15, 19, 25, again, we've got a 7. Yeah, and I feel here with number 11, and this is the domestico, this is the butler, this is someone not trusting, or this is a completion of some home or someone's home, and whoever they're dealing with in their home, because I do see it as untrusting. So they've been dealing with someone where there's been no trust, someone that's been, you know, in it for themselves. So very, very egotistical and very deceptive. That's what the domestico is for me. So someone who hasn't been in the right place, someone that, you know, there's been no trust and there's been no help here. Whereas with the amica, it's totally the opposite. It's dealing with someone else that is in a positive state, someone that can be trusted. Okay, so we've got the 11. This 11 is a dark card for me. This 11 here, the messaggero, is the positive portal that is opening. Positive news is coming through. Okay, so we did say 7 plus a number 11 would be an 18 again, which equals a 9. So 9 again, the Hermit, right? Coming to a completion. 9 is a completion, remember. I want to take a couple of love messages, see if these resonate for you. See if these resonate for you. We could have a heartfelt, very romantic messages coming through with Neptune, sacrifice, and Cancer. And remember, Neptune can also speak to someone's hidden emotions or a divine union, a spiritual connection. Neptune could also speak to a deception, so a love triangle, or anything karmic. Okay, the timing is not right. Maybe tomorrow, and that's the 7 of Pentacles, which is the Capricorn card. I want you to be happy. I'm here for you always if you want me to. That's the 10 of Pentacles, everyone. So there's a lot of waiting here. It's as though two people are waiting for each other. And we've got wealth is not important to me. Wealth for me is connecting to my other half on a spiritual and emotional level. Nothing else matters. And we've got an 8 and a 5 is 13, which does equal a 4 again. So Scorpio energies, and 4 is again, 4 is the Emperor, everyone. But 4 is also the home. So this has been a long journey. So many pentacles. This has been happening for quite some time. For some of you, this could even be 13 years. For others of you, this could be 4 years. But someone's realized that, and there are lots of changes with a 5 of Pentacles, right? 5 of Pentacles maybe was not a relationship that people, not your usual relationship, or this was a love triangle, or that this was not a relationship that someone was hoping for, or someone that was just not open to this for, long term. Maybe they were not valuing this connection until years after, until a lot of teachings and a lot of lessons after. So yeah, wealth is not important to me. Wealth for me is connecting to my other half on a spiritual and emotional level. Nothing else matters. That they would have been through a very tough lesson to grow into that. That's strong philosophy. That is a very mature attitude. Let's see what the gods have got to say, everyone. And of course, we've got Capricorn, we've got Virgo, and we've got Taurus. Lots of earth. What do the gods have? 6th of June. Why did I say June? Why did I say June? Oh my goodness. We have a card that has never come through. This is unbelievable. Orpheus and Faith. Orpheus, I don't know how you pronounce it in English. Orpheus, I would say, and Faith. And it's interesting that we've got the Faith card right here. We've got the cross right here. This will be an interesting message. Let's read. Number 42, which does equal a 6. Again, Gemini and the Lovers. 42. I don't think we've ever had this card before. And I don't know why I said 6th of June. We're looking back a month. I don't know why. What was going on for you then? What happened for you on the 6th of June? Now, the myth says, known as the father of song, Orpheus is an incredibly complex mythological figure. The mysterious Greek religion, Orphism, is both named after and is said to have been started by him. He was known as a master poet and musician. When his wife, Eurydice is how it's pronounced in Greek, was killed, Orpheus journeyed into the underworld to beg Hades and Persephone to allow Eurydice to return to the world above with him. He did this in the form of a song that brought tears to all who heard it, a deep, sorrowful song filled with anguish and longing for his wife. Upon hearing this song, the hearts of Hades and Persephone were so moved that they granted his request, which was the first and only time they had ever allowed such a thing to occur. However, they would only allow Eurydice passage back as long as she followed behind Orpheus on their return journey, and he did not look back at her until they were safely out of the underworld. Tragically, just before they reached the surface, Orpheus did indeed look back, and Eurydice vanished before his eyes and was lost to him. So this speaks to a great love, but also a tragedy, and that would be the Black Moon Lilith mystery here, and also the Neptune and sacrifice. The message here says, everyone, why did Orpheus look back? Did he not trust the power of his own song? When we make the difficult journey through the underworld, our subconscious, and undergo the transformation that takes place there, we return to the surface with incredible treasures, and the only way to return with those treasures intact is to have utter faith in our own abilities. So we've had the word faith and believing, in many, it's come through a few times. So this is saying that even though something seems as though it's not going to happen, it's asking for you to hold on to your faith. So it's to have utter faith in our own abilities. This card shows you have great vision and talent, but it is essential that you believe in yourself, your own song, and the power you hold. You can accomplish miracles, miraculous things, but you cannot allow self-sabotage and doubt to stump you along the way. You are powerful, and you must now gather the courage and faith to stand in this power. Close your eyes and feel, Cancer. Feel. Close your eyes and feel the essence of your being. Breathe into your heart and feel the magic that exists within you. Stand strong in your truth, in your abilities, and in yourself, and you will return triumphant. Beautiful. And remember that Cancer is also a number 7. And 7 is also a very spiritual number, people. So this does speak to keeping the faith, knowing that the choice that you will be making will be important and will be correct as well. Okay, and you know, the music, the word music does speak very strongly to, of course, I suppose Neptune is anything, and Pisces could be anything creative, but it's Taurus, it's Taurus. And now remember that Uranus moving through the sign of Taurus, which is also squaring over to Mars and Venus, right? It's what I feel here it's saying is try not to, you know, don't go into war, go into music. If you're feeling very stressed out and you feel as though you want to go into war, take a step back, go and, you know, put some music on, try and relax, take a few breaths, just try and relieve the stress and the anxiety, because Mars and Venus squaring over to Uranus can speak to a lot of stress and anxiety and worry concerning heart matters and having the ability to create and move forward. All right, everyone. So I will leave it there. I do hope that this gave you some understanding of what today beholds, but also when you get to see this message. I will leave it there. Thank you so much. Love and light to all of you.